In this video, we will learn about mechanism of nervous coordination. We know that the nerves will carry sensory information from the sense organs to CNS, and processing occurs in the CNS, and then it gives the response signal to the muscle or gland to motor neuron. Now, how does it happen? It happens step by step, obviously. So, the first step is receiving the stimulus. So, stimulus can be any external stimulus or internal stimulus also. So, the sensory cells or receptors will receive the stimulus from changes in the external or internal environmental condition. For example, let's assume I touched a hot iron box. Now that is a stimulus. And who will be the receptor? Receptor will be my skin cells. Now the second step is processing of stimulus. The receptors convert the stimulus into electrical nerve impulses, and the process is known as transduction. Now this signal, after getting converted, will be passed on to the sensory neuron. So the next step is the transmission of this nerve impulse. So second step generated the impulse, third step will transmit it. So generation without transmission will have no importance. The receptors transmit these sensory impulses to the sensory neuron present in the brain or spinal cord. So it will carry it to the spinal cord central nervous system. So the process is called transmission of nerve impulse. Next step happens in the CNS, central nervous system, that is interpretation of sensory impulse. The sensory impulses are interpreted by the interneurons present in the brain or spinal cord, and they are converted into motor impulses. So brain and the spinal cord will process it, that is having interneuron. Now the sensory neuron which received the stimulus, that is hot object touching. Other example can be a bright light falling on the eye. That can be a receptor signaling which can send the signal to the brain. Now what is the last step? It is the transferring of the motor response. So motor nerve fibers or the axons of motor neurons transfer the response from the brain or the spinal cord to the effector. So in case of flashlight, effector organ will be eye muscle. In case of touching hot object, the effector organ again will be a muscle, but in the hand or leg. So the effectors may be muscles or gland. The concerned effectors will act according to the order received from the CNS, and the stimulus is translated into body response. So the path of the nerve impulse is visible in this diagram. So first we have stimulus received by receptor, then the signal gets transmitted through sensory neuron to the CNS, that is brain and spinal cord, which contains interneuron. Then response will be generated, which will be sent to effector organ through motor neurons, and a proper response will be generated. I hope it is clear to you. Thank you.